Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite streets in Newport Beach, and you need to be afraid. You need to be very afraid right now. A great headline that was shared with us. Tons of business news to cover. Uh, Please don't forget to like the video. Also, guys, subscribe to the channel, but please hit the bell notification. For some reason, people have written me lately and said that they have not been getting the notifications. So make sure your bell notification is hit. And also, guys, remember, I don't ask you to text me. There is no texting. If you see those bots, report those bots too. It's been so great lately. We've not had any issues with people responding to that lately. So just report those people as unwanted spam. But let's get into it. The debt ceiling. This is something that even the mainstream news is talking about right now, and that it's been kicking the can down the road forever now, and it's time to finally pay up. Our economy is in such bad shape. The government is in such bad shape. We owe so much money. The Fed has lost control of inflation, and you can sit there. I have people that write me under fake accounts, and they say, "Oh, I went to a restaurant. The restaurant's packed in. Drinks are $20 a piece, and the place is packed. I went to Medieval Times, and it was sold out," which is kind of funny because Medieval Times cut half their shows, and they're not doing well at all. So they could bankruptcy for them could be, around the corner if they don't continue to do well. So I love how people try to make things look a certain way, kind of like this debt ceiling situation. This is serious right now. JP Morgan steps forward and says that this has to be dealt with. And if Congress doesn't do something, because it looks like, the Fed's not going to, that we could face default. Think about this. We could default on our own treasuries, our own T-bills. They could not make payments on. How would you like that? Have all your investments, your retirement, money you've set aside, and they could actually default on that. Now, what would happen if this did take place is that Joe Biden would then step forward and demand that there would be a raise in the credit limit so that those checks could be written. Now, think about this. Your credit cards, your credit lines, go out and just borrow more money. Keep writing an equity check with your HELOC against the house, but the house is only worth $500,000, Dan, and I borrowed $700,000 again. Go ahead, we'll give you more checks. This is insane, guys. This is absolute Looneyville that we are living in this situation. But they have to do something right now to solve this and try to put an end to it. Most likely, it looks like there's going to be a default the first week of May. Isn't that right around the time that the Fed is going to meet to determine if they're going to raise interest rates or not? Well, one thing I get a kick out of is one and done. All these, headlines that I won't even bore you with, because do you believe they're going to raise interest rates or not? Okay? Yes, they are. Do you believe that inflation is under control? Yes or no? Okay. Have you bought anything lately? Are your eyes open? Yes. Oh, okay. I paid more for it. Everything is more expensive. And when you hear about the fuel shortages in Florida, this wasn't even that bad of a storm, and they had those issues. We're going to have more problems with fuel shortages and problems with things going upside down than we've ever had before. But the debt ceiling situation, this has got to be dealt with once and for all. And it's not a political thing. It's not a lefty-righty thing at all. This is something this is for us and for the economy to keep things going. And you can talk about stalemates and people grandstanding and all this stuff that makes no sense. This is ridiculous. The fact that we have a budget that you keep saying raise the credit limit, raise the credit limit, it should be unlimited, is insanity. I mean, come on, government waste, government spending. This is nuts right now. Okay. The foreclosures. Just went to a baseball game with one of my foreclosure buddies, and I am telling you, this is get ready for the big game. Suit up. Are you game ready? Basically, they are asking him on a weekly basis, do you have the infrastructure? Do you have the team? Do you have the people ready for when this thing goes off? Okay, well, why would you do that? Why would you warn somebody about something like that? It's not going to happen, Dan. It is going to happen, guys. 1 in every 3,813 homes are in foreclosure right now. Got a foreclosure notice. Finally, right now. This has been escalated to one of the highest levels since the health crisis started. Now, when the health crisis started, that was the first time in history that you could not pay your mortgage and they would not kick you out of the house. Okay? Tell me another time in history when it was like that. Okay? And don't talk about, a flood or, during Katrina, they let people stay in their house and not make the payments. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 30 months of no payments for people that have not faced any, scrutiny or anything. They've ignored all letters from the bank. Here's the offer to refinance. Here's your, way of taking the payments and putting them in the end. Nothing. Putting them all off, putting them on all off, putting them all off. When in our history have we seen that? Never. She's playing with her dog. Just a beautiful morning out here. God, this is such a beautiful spot. We had such a cold winter, which is kind of funny to say for California, but it's just been so nice lately. Did you guys hear about the gold heist in Canada at the Toronto airport, Pearson Airport? Man, oh man, this is like out of a Hollywood movie. Okay? This is like Ocean Elevens and Goodfellas. The story is great. I finally found like a really good article that just shows exactly how they did it, the graphics and everything. But what happened was the gold gets shipped in to the airport. Now, gold is not like sending toothpaste, okay, or bottled water. It's protected. It is insured. It usually goes to a bonded warehouse where you have insurance and you have guards and things like that. Anything of value that would be worth stealing would be that. Now, in this world, I think everything's worth stealing right now. That's what we've learned lately. But with that being said, they deliver the gold into the airport. It gets put into a bonded facility, secure, and then the criminals go in there. They get a truck. They get access to the bonded area. They get forklifts. They get dump trucks. They lift up basically tons of gold, okay, that they said it could be worth as high as $84 million worth of gold. It was tons of it, 3,600 pounds of gold, okay? Put it in a truck, drive it away. Just like no big deal, okay? Now, the problem with this is that if you saw the movie Goodfellas, okay, when Jimmy did this, okay, it was a Robert De Niro character. Ray Liotta made one of the greatest lines in the movie is like, Jimmy was taking care of everybody because it was his, okay? If this was not, something of an inside job, who would believe it's not? I mean, do you think that the criminals were that sophisticated, that it was Ocean's 11 where, everything was smoke and mirrors and fake like that? No. I don't believe that for a second, but these are also people that you wouldn't want to mess with at all because, like Robert De Niro said, it was Jimmy's gold, Jimmy's money, Jimmy's loot, and that's that. So it will be interesting to see if, in fact, they catch these people. So high as $84 million. Now the airport comes out and says it was only $12 million that was stolen. That's funny because the insurance said it was more, but now they're trying to make it sound like it was much less. Oh, we miscalculated. You can't miscalculate gold. Gold weighs X, and the value is times Y equals, Z. It's insane, okay? So if you believe that there was only $12 million, I don't believe it. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let me know what you think. Isn't it beautiful out here? Absolutely stunning. Absolutely amazing. Let's go take a look out here. I want to thank Darlene for the foreclosure story. A couple other things about the foreclosures. Think about this. The percentage increase from where we're at now over a year ago is up 30% for the foreclosures. Illinois, Indiana, Delaware, New Jersey, and Nevada are the states with the biggest problems right now. That's kind of crazy, okay? Now, thing that you should know about is what area had the biggest amount of foreclosures during the last crisis in 2008? Nevada. Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Guys, Vegas had all the explosive growth. We have these spurts of explosive growth, just like we just had. You have all this building going out there, and then all of a sudden people are feeling the pinch and not being able to pay their bills, and you're going to see it. And you're going to see builders go out of business. You're going to see houses not get completed. You're going to see entire streets empty, just like we saw last time. Now, another thing, like my shirt, guys, hamburgers, okay? I had somebody write me this week and say, Dan, those crazy shirts you're wearing, they're really destroying your brand. So I just want to thank everybody that sends me this stuff, okay? So you got the, the mailing address below. And a large that's kind of big works well, or an extra large, I go to the tailor like this one. I went to the tailor and had it fitted. So not nice. Hamburgers though, okay? Can't get enough hamburgers. An auto dealership in the South with 29 different dealerships shut down, okay? U.S. auto sales, done. Done. How about this? On Monday of this last week, all the employees got an email, finish your work for the day. Today is your last day. Well, I'm working on the Peterson transmission. Oh, you're done. At the end of the day, your shift is done. Leave your desk, go. Okay? The South, you're talking Florida, you're talking, I think it's South Carolina, Atlanta area. I mean, terrible. But that's it, guys, because the auto industry is going to go down for the count. And we're going to see major, major problems with things like this in the future. But always appreciate you guys sharing this stuff with me, because it is crazy. It's absolutely nuts what we're experiencing right now. And nobody wants to look at this. The foreclosure reasons, guys, they're pointing to all the problems with job losses. And, one thing I got a kick out of with Drayton Nay was the person with the, we went over to his house in Nevada, and people wrote me, that's a fake staged house. It's not staged that way. Drayton uses a woman that does the lived-in experience based on cultural, an entire family, making it look like a family lives there. And I've seen staging done this way, where you have, kids sporting equipment, things like that. People wrote me and said, I was a realtor. That's completely fake. That was somebody's lived-in house, and it looks like hell, and it was awful. Okay, great. It's not everybody's taste, guys. Okay, that's the idea of our homes. Okay, now the point is that was a staged house. And yesterday he had the open house, and before, the thing was there, people were lined up out the door. So crazy, guys. But these auto dealerships that are going down, you're seeing the mortgage lenders go down, you're seeing major, major problems with the economy that nobody wants to sit there and go, oh, maybe it's not as good as we thought. This debt ceiling thing, this is a problem, because outside the United States, it's a problem if we don't pay our bills, guys. Don't forget that our debt is growing exponentially month after month after month. And again, people say, oh, it's no big deal. It's been happening since we were a kid. No, eventually you have to pay the piper. You got to pay up eventually. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far, okay? And again, you guys like the hamburger shirt? You know the joke, okay? Let's talk about our sponsor, My Patriot Supply. You guys concerned about food shortages and making sure you guys have enough? Within a few hours, stores can be stripped bare. We've seen this before. I've seen it in high-end cities. I've seen it in my own town before. One thing that I've worked out with My Patriot Supply is a deal on a 3-month food supply for an emergency, okay? The food's great, company's great, everything's fantastic. Plus, if you sign up using foodwithdan.com, the site that they set up for us, you guys can get a free water filtration system too, which is amazing. And prices are unbelievable. The quality of the food is amazing. I absolutely love it. I've tried it, and it's absolutely great. But don't worry. Don't get caught off guard. You need to have food supply for an emergency. Go look at foodwithdan.com and look at Patriot Supply, and I think you're going to be really happy with that. one thing that's absolutely amazing is when you see construction out here at the beach communities. I mean, these people spare no expense. I want you to think about this. This is Bay Island, okay? There are no cars on Bay Island. The only way to get there is through this little drawbridge, okay? Some electric carts, that's it. They're trying to pour concrete at that house right there, okay? They have to pump it in all this way. And I was just talking to the worker, and he said, yeah, this is pretty bad. It's one of the longer ones we've done, but it's a walk in the park because we did the other side of the island not too long ago, and it was awful. So it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, here's a trivia question for you. Name a retailer that's doing well right now in the United States. Ikea. Ikea just announced a $2.9 billion expansion in the United States. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to build new stores in the United States. Okay, a couple other little trivia questions. When did Ikea enter the United States? 1985. I didn't know that. How many stores in the United States? Only 51. But they've got those monster stores that you can go to that are a maze and that you literally spend 2 hours walking through when you're in Ikea. Now, one thing that they're going to build is they're going to build more stores, but they're going to build 900 places to pick up merchandise. So it's going to be fast, service for you to build your own, your own furniture. So is that the future? Because I don't sit there and say, hey, I'm going to go to the Macy's Depot, but I would go to Ikea because if you're going to get the desk, the headache, what you're getting yourself into. It's kind of crazy when you think about that. Okay? So 900 pickup locations. Is that the future to retail? Is pickup locations like that? Javier Quiones, the CEO of the company, is talking about how great the company is doing, and we need to expand more in the United States. Now, I'm sure you guys heard this week that Alec Baldwin's not going to be charged for, manslaughter for the Rust incident where the woman was shot, Helena Hutchins. And what do you know? Coincident. Alec Baldwin just settled with the family right now, okay? Terrible, tragic. Here's what's sick. They're going to continue shooting that movie. Now that's disgusting, guys, okay? From, my limited Hollywood experience, guys, here's the thing. This is freakdom right now. This is you wanting to see something because, hey, is this where he shot her? I mean, they're in that church. You know what I mean? It's nuts, guys. It's absolutely terrible that they're going to continue filming on this production. Okay? I think it's awful. But I'm sure there was insurance, certain things paid out, and certain things made it so that, hey, if we continue to shoot this and sell it with the insurance settlement, we'll make money. Alec already settled with the family. Wrong. Okay? It's still awful, guys. So share your thoughts on that. But again, it's like, I love going to the movies. I love the movie making experience. I love all of that. But man, there's got to be a certain point in time where you just fold up your tent and go home, And I would think that this definitely would be one of them. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. We hate Alec Baldwin. It's not the point, okay? It's not the point. The point is the production. The production, I don't think it should continue myself. I think in respect to this woman, her family, her children, okay, that this should be done. So that's just me. But share your thoughts on that. How about this? A little bench there. And that's the little view you get. So we're going to experience this for a minute. Here's a few things that are interesting. BuzzFeed, the news source, they're done. Down for the count, guys. Bye-bye to everybody. Let them all go. Huh. So we don't need news anymore? Is that it? Oh, it's kind of interesting, don't you guys think? That BuzzFeed is down for the count? So finished. Just a matter of time until you're going to see more news agencies go down. What about CNN? Think CNN would ever go out of business because of all the lack of audience that they have? Insider, okay? They just announced that they're going to lay off 10% of their staff. Now, Henry Blodgett, the CEO of the company, one thing that he did in the press release was he told everybody, hey, everybody's getting 13 weeks of pay. And once again, this is upfront money, have a huge cost, and eventually it's going to pay for itself. Now, for every year that you were there after 4 years, you will get an additional week of severance pay. Has anybody gotten a severance package like this in the past that you can sit there and go, oh yeah, my severance package was great, okay? And I've been fired and I've been given things in the past. Nothing like this though, okay? So share your thoughts if you guys have seen anything like this and what you think of it. 1/3 of all the government employees in Canada right now, 1/3 are on strike right now. And since Wednesday, it's completely done damage. You know, passports, tax returns, certain government, programs unavailable because of this. Ridiculous, guys. Okay. Now, what are they complaining about, guys, in Canada? Low wages, bad work conditions, and wanting more money. Oh, okay. We've kind of heard that before. Okay. Well, I thought inflation wasn't bad. It is bad. Okay. Even in Canada, I think it's worse in Canada. I think the UK's first, Canada's second, Australia's mixed in there, and then it's us, and we have it horrible right now. So these government workers want to be heard. Now, think about this, okay? Oregon wants to pass a law giving homeless people rights to be able to be where they want in public spaces. And you can read about this. It's going to be a hearing that's going to come out, I think it's May 1st, or it's coming up within the first week of May, and the story is below. But think about this, giving homeless people the right in public spaces to let them freely go wherever they want. Now think about this. Let me give you a little spin on this. If you are a business and you want to go sell goods and services, gum, soda, cigarettes, whatever. Whoa, you threw cigarettes in there. That's crazy, Dan. Whatever, you have a licensing process. You have a process to go out and get authorized to go and conduct business in any state. Oregon has kind of got a few of those rules, okay? And it's a problem. Now, the thing about this is that if you are a homeless person and you go out, and let's say you happen to steal something and you go sell it, what rights do you have, okay? They're giving these people a protected status. This is, again, Looneyville, okay? To be able to do this because these people don't have to jump through the same hoops that you and I do, okay? And I have not met a business owner right now. I've met people doing well, but there's concern right now in business that we haven't had to deal with in 5 years, 10 years. It's getting worse right now. And the concerns are economic, sales, getting paid, making sure the credit card companies are in business, making sure that they're going to get paid on all this stuff. It's dramatic, guys, and it's traumatic, okay, at the same time. But homeless people have rights, guys, and don't discriminate against them. It's terrible, and it's ridiculous. All this money that's given to these people federally, and they're going to destroy businesses in Oregon. So you poor people that own a business, I don't care what you do, and somebody that can sleep on your front lawn, think about this. This house right here, okay? I don't know what it sold for, but it sold recently, but it was listed for $17 million. $17 million, okay? Boat slip, that's your backyard, the mook with the camera, okay? You know what I mean? Craziness, guys. But think about this. In Oregon, pitch a tent. Come here, okay? You know what I mean? That's insane. That is absolutely insane to be able to do that. Well, you don't want to criminalize homelessness, Dan. What's wrong with you? You're just part of the problem. No, I'm not. Get a job. Make yourself something other than a sign in the street corner, okay? Do something, okay? Telling you guys, I have been so broke, I lived at a friend's house, okay? Don't ever forget that. And you know what I did? I never gave up. I never stopped taking care of my kids. I never stopped trying to earn money. I never stopped trying to work more. And I also was more innovative during that time than ever. And I wasn't looking for a handout or a, free lunch. So share your thoughts on that stuff so far. But this is now getting crazy at this point, okay? So let me know what you think about this so far. Next thing, Larry Fink. Who is he? He is the CEO of BlackRock, okay? Well, I wonder what Mr. Fink knows that we don't know right now. And what I mean by that is he just sold a huge percentage of his stock for, $26 million, sold 7% of his stock in BlackRock right now. Now, BlackRock is one of the largest real estate holders in the country, but they also unloaded that office building I talked to you guys about last week and, took it at a loss. So he must know something, unloading $26 million worth of stock and 7% of his holdings. Now, is there a problem? Is there something we don't know about? You know, probably, okay? But again, share your thoughts on this stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that, Larry Fink, and again, people are just, we hate that guy, okay? Great, okay? But this is a sign, guys. Everything is a sign. Everything is a sign for you to prepare and be ready for what's happening right now. You have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare your family, food, water, everything, okay? Be ready for this, guys, right now. I'm going to share 2 more stories to finish this video. And first one, when did this become news that McDonald's was sharing, breaking news with us? And I'm like, oh, wow, what's going on with McDonald's? I know they fired all those people. What's new with them? Well, guess what, guys? They're bringing back spicy chicken McNuggets. Who cares? Who cares? Whoever knew they had spicy chicken McNuggets? But how is that news with everything going on in the world right now? So, there's a press release for you. Spicy chicken McNuggets are coming back. How about this one? Remember the McRib? I used to love this one. How many ingredients are in that little rib sandwich? Okay, the pork sandwich they make? 70 things go into that meat. 70. I don't think there's 70 types of pigs, guys. So, you can only imagine what's in that. Okay, so spicy chicken McNuggets are coming back. And now the final story. There is a man who has lived to 109 years old, Vincent Dransfield. He lives in Littlefield, New Jersey, and they interviewed him. The interview's below, but he has talked about his longevity and what has made him live to be 109. And, he's not petty, eats right, but he says, I don't have the backaches. I don't have the aches and pains I had at 48. And the guy was born in 1914. Isn't that crazy? Think about it. He saw the Great Depression as an adult, okay? So crazy, guys, crazy, crazy, crazy. But, the reporter said he was very flirtatious. Hey, let's go dancing. I'll show you what it's like to be 109. Okay, what else can he show her? Anyways, the point is that men who live that saucier, happier lifestyle usually live longer. And there's been other studies about people that are miserable that die, in misery and a miserable death. So be happy, guys. Be like Vincent Dransfield, okay? 109 years old. It'd be awesome, okay? Please don't forget to the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want more access to me, there is Patreon. And also, don't forget, use the link below, Food with Dan, to take a look at my Patriot Supply if you're interested in food storage and food prepping in any way, shape, or form. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.